What's up, Ham Radio?
Ahoy, hoy.
Kilo Echo 8, Papa Zulu November, the Ham Radio Adventure Guy. Tonight on the Humpday Happy Hour, we're talking Pota. We got K8MRD, Ham Radio stuff, and we got Shane from this side of the radio. What's going on, guys?
Oh, you know, just hanging out, saying howdy, and having a cold one. It's happy hour.
It's happy hour. Everybody should be having a cold one.
Definitely.
It's a school night, so I can't drink the whiskey tonight.
Roger that.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk all things Pota and what makes you guys tick Pota, but everybody's talking about this little showdown between you guys. So what's got that thing started?
Mike, what was the genesis of that? I
believe
at the table, or what was that?
I think it was after the Support Your Parks weekend. I don't know if you had said this or if someone else, but I'm pretty sure it was you because you were getting all cocky, thinking you could out-Pota me at the field event a couple weeks ago. But then it was suggested that we should do a Pota off and see what I don't even know what is this, who can just activate it the fastest with 10 contacts. Is that?
I think that's where we landed. It's a shotgun start because actually Scout 75 Shane, he's the one that kind of put this brainchild together over on the Discord, but. His idea was a shotgun start, so we got to be close enough to a repeater or something where we can, where Frank can say, "Welcome to Tank Radio" and activate, and then it's just a rush to see who gets 10 contacts and go from there, and then pack it up and go meet and greet everybody and go activate another park with everybody else. But I think that's
so. Let me ask you. So, what's the fastest you've gotten 10 contacts?
I got to go back in my logbook, but the park I was telling you about, whenever we were in the backstage area, because that was such a new park, that one activated within like 10 minutes, if that.
Okay. All right.
Well,
go ahead.
I'm going to tell you, I've watched both of your videos, and I believe for speed, I'm going to give the edge to Mike for sure.
Okay, so that means that he has to work QRP then. No. And I'll run my 100 watts on the 7300.
Well, see, a lot of times in the videos, though, mine look fast because I edit out all of the dead space. Yeah. But a lot of times they are just one after the next. Like, I don't have to edit them. I still do because, there's hours of footage that you have to edit down into like a 15-minute or less video, so.
Right. I understand that, but I know the one video where you walked into the park in Texas and set up, sort of in the brush there.
Yeah.
30-some minutes, you had, 30-some contacts. That's pretty
how
quick for a daytime.
It really depends on how fast you can get that kind of first QSO, really. So, like today, I was out, and I think I called CQ twice. And someone came back, threw out another couple CQs, and it was just, I don't think I said CQ after that. It just
off to the races after that.
Now, to be fair, I did spot myself today, which is a rarity. Well, I was recording a video, not for my channel, but for a project I'm working on with the ARRL. So I wanted to scare up some business, as it were, and really do the video justice. So
for the competition, are you guys going to self-spot?
No.
We can. I don't care.
No,
we don't have to.
It's gonna be naked Pota. So you've got to. It's not literally. Come on now. Naked Pota is in. You got to do it all by yourself. Now, if someone decides to spot you, that's a different story.
Yeah. Now, I don't typically spot myself. I can probably count on one hand how many times I've spotted myself. I just get out there. Like, the Pota is so popular now. Yeah. If you just start calling CQ Pota, they're going to be coming back to you. So.
Yeah, and one of the trick that I've found is don't just say CQ Pota. Say like a mile long of things so that you get that, so that there's enough signal out there so that someone sees you in the scope or something like that. Yeah. And usually it doesn't take but a couple times and people start coming back to you. Now I did, I've got a video where I activated and it took an hour to get 10 contacts.
Sure.
And little did I know it was in the middle of a solar storm. So I think my signal was probably getting across the street, but that's about it. But most of the time, if you call and do a good long one, you get one or two easy. And then the longer you keep them coming, then they just start stacking up on top of that.
Yep. Yeah, you gotta give a long enough CQ to where people are tuning around the bands. I usually keep them like when I record them for the playback, they're usually about 10 seconds or so, and you just keep mashing that button, and that's about.
Yeah, it kind of cracks me up that people will get on there and they'll call CQ Pota, and then they'll just sit there for like 5 minutes and not say nothing.
Yeah,
that's how you lose a frequency.
Exactly. Come on.
Yeah, that's a good point, though. When you find a clear frequency, you got to make sure you're making some noise because someone will come on it and just start calling. Nobody checks the frequency and use or anything. They just go.
In Plasma Storm's right. You can just pull the YL voice out, and that usually gets you an extra few contacts. I think he did that during his field day.
We lost you.
I have your audio, Mike, but your video is frozen.
I was going to say, I got everybody on mine, but I don't see Mike moving.
Quick, where's Bro Jet? Come on, Bro Jet. We need a screenshot. Oh, we lost him.
There we go.
Someone must have keyed up next to his Wi-Fi. But yeah, I'm with you. There's people that'll call CQ Pota, give the park number, and then you don't hear from them again. Right. And a lot of times it takes me more than that just to find them on the dial, because if I don't have data and I can't find, I don't have the spotting page to look at.
Here in West Virginia, there's a lot of places I don't have cell phone signal, and there's Mike here. And
that's that sudden link internet for you.
Oh my! Don't even get me started. 35 minutes this morning arguing with them, and then finally I was like, I got to go into work. Just have your manager call me, and I never got a call.
Nah.
So it's going to be tomorrow morning too.
Yeah, Keith says you need to YouTube harder, Mike.
I do. I picked the wrong internet service provider.
I had to switch. I had Frontier, and they decided to stop carrying the local sports. I was like, you sponsor them. What? So, yeah.
But, yeah, I was telling Shane here in West Virginia, there's a lot of places I don't have cell signal, so there's a lot of times I don't spot myself. If I got it, I will. But, most of the time, within 5 minutes, I'm on the photo board somewhere.
Yeah.
I've had one activation, where I sat there and every single person that I made contact with was not a Pota hunter and knew nothing about spotting me.
Wow.
But I got the activation.
I just said, do you live under a rock?
That's all that matters. Some people don't watch YouTube and they don't, they just care about their nets and stuff and go about their day. So whatever, that's fine. You got the contact. Who cares?
Yeah. I've checked into nets to get contacts before. If there's nobody hunting, you find somebody on the radio. Hey, what's your call sign? Thanks, man.
Yep.
I've got all the local repeaters into my 2 meter where I can try to call out.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm over on this frequency. If anybody wants to talk to me.
Yeah.
Heck, you could even hop over on Simplex.
Yeah, exactly.
If you got to scare up some business on the repeaters, the repeater contacts don't count. But if you say, hey, I'm monitoring Simplex, if anybody wants to help me out, you can cheat like that. That's fine. Nothing wrong with it.
So what first got you guys into Pota?
Well, I was watching Jerry KG6HQD's videos, and he does a lot of summits on the air, or did a lot of summits on the air videos, and Tony K8MRD. Those were kind of my first, and Josh. But those were the two guys that were like just doing portable radio videos. So I loved the idea of doing portable radio, and I initially just started doing that when I got my General, and then I joined the South Lyon Area Amateur Radio Club in Michigan, and one of the guys is in the club is actually one of the system administrators for Parks on the Air. This is kind of in its very infancy, and we got to talking, and he took me out on my first Parks on the Air activation, which you can see on my channel. I think it's called My First Parks on the Air Activation. I'm real clever with the names, and been hooked ever since. But really, even before that, though, my first field day, I got on like the last hour of field day on Sunday, and was on the receiving side of my first pile up, and I got like 90 contacts on 10 meters in like the last hour. It was crazy. So that's what got me hooked on pile ups. Prior to that, I've just been geeking out chasing DX. But being the receiving end of the pile up is just such a thrill, and just going portable. Because before Parks on the Air, I would go portable and I'd call it like CQ portable, whatever. Like nobody cares. There's no, unless they just want to talk to you. There's no incentive to come back to your CQ. But doing POTA, and same thing with Summits on the Air. It's not a contest, but there's points and awards and things that, I mean, that Jarrett Green said last night. What did he say? Parks on the Air, where everything is made up and the points don't mean anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, but it's so true. Like, there's like 1,000 different awards you could win, and it's just you can download them and put them on your wall. Who cares, But I like making the contacts for one, and I like being outdoors. That's really the main reason that I do it. And now I have to do it because I have to make YouTube a job. So,
way to jump in with both feet, man. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Shane?
Yeah, so my story is a little different. I was completely out of ham radio for 9-10 years before the human malware virus made its approach, and I was on YouTube a lot, and I saw Mike's videos. I saw Jason, saw his videos, and I saw this Parks on the Air stuff, and I was like, well, I live in an apartment complex, so HF is a struggle here. I throw the infed off the patio and still hunt POTA, but that was kind of an incentive. I was okay. Now I have something to do. I don't need to just go sit and sweat somewhere. I actually have something to do. So started digging into Parks on the Air and looked on the map, and there's 3 that are within, one's within a 10-minute drive. One's like 20 minutes south, and the other one's like 45 minutes north. So I was like, well, I really don't have an excuse now. So watched Mike's getting started with in Parks on the Air about 100 times, and figured, he said, you know what, now I got to go buy a radio. And I said, you know what, I need to get my General. So studied for about 3 weeks, got my General, and then we started digging around in call signs, and that's when I found out that my grandfather's call sign had never been issued again since 1969. So got that vanity call, and it's like, okay, I have to work. I've got it. I'm gonna do something with it. And so that's kind of what got me started doing Parks on the Air. And then Joe Brett said you should do this YouTube stuff, which I can't wait to meet him. I'm gonna throw water in his face or something, but everybody on these YouTube groups have been fantastic support. Questions. My first video that I posted was my first park activation and my first YouTube video. So I'm going to hang on to that one because I'm sure it's going to be atrocious when I go back and look at it 10 years from now. But it's fun. It's the first time I've ever got out and set my radio up. I have a 7300 and an infed half wave, and I got a spider beam, a 40-foot pole that do an inverted V on it. I'm always afraid it's going to snag in a tree, so I didn't want to throw it into a tree. And then I got an S0 noise floor, and I've never had that before. And sitting here at the house when everyone wakes up in the morning, my noise floor goes from about a 4 to a 9. So unless it's a really, really strong station, I'm not going to hear it here at the house. But that second POTA that I did, where I went up and did the radar, where I was chasing the 3 parks, that first park I set up in was an S0 noise floor. And I was looking at my radio going, I hook everything up right. Am I doing this right?
Is it broken?
Hey, what's this? And then the first person that comes back to me is like, I'm pulling my headset loose because it's so freaking loud, reaching for the volume. And I looked over and it's just barely moving the meter.
Yeah.
And I was ready to give him a 5.9. I was like, he's like a 5.1.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no noise. So it just is banging into I loved it. And from that point on, it's just like any chance I get to go out and play radio, go out and play radio. You get to hear things that you don't normally hear most of the time. Talk to people, QRP. I did QRP all the way to Florida from a park one time. I got Alaska. That was the highlight. Was getting Alaska on the end-fed. So now once you do it, you're hooked. And I haven't never talked to anybody that said, "Hey, I went out and tried Pota, and it really wasn't for me."
Yeah, but your thing is you got Alaska when you were the park, right?
Yes.
See, that's my problem too. I get Alaska, I get California, I get all these people when I'm the park. But when I'm trying to work them, they're nowhere to be found.
Yeah. But so what? Like if you, I'll tell you what, you want to get your 50 states real quick, do some parks on the air activations.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, I've got my 50 states, but I want my Pota Hunter worked all states.
Ah.
As a hunter, I feel I probably either have that or almost have. I don't have Alaska. I think there's only 2 states that I have to go back and check.
Well, I'm gonna
maybe as an activator. I could be wrong.
I'm gonna go ahead and let the little secret out here on my live stream for next week. I've got a group of guys who is getting ready to do a Alaskan expedition for Pota.
Ooh.
They're going to do 800 miles in 3 days and do between 15 to 25 parks in Alaska.
Holy crap.
I'm going to make
That's
sure
a ham harder for that.
Nowhere.
Yeah. So anybody looking for Alaska, make sure and watch the live stream next week. So
yeah.
That's
wow.
It's gonna. That's really awesome. Of course, when I get the hunter worked all states, then I'm going to want the activator worked all states. So.
Yep. Like I said, if you go and read the awards that are available, there is so much in there for you to try to do, whether it's activating, whether it's hunting. I mean, and then you have the Kilo Awards. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff in there.
Yeah, the Kilo is a good milestone, getting 1,000 contacts at the same park. I really like the Repeat Offender Award. I just think that's such a funny name. What is it? Yeah, I think I've got at least the second level at Dodge State Park in Michigan. I think it's what is it? You work 10 or more activations at a park, and then you
20,
level up.
20 is the first one.
Okay, maybe I only have the first one then. But yeah, you work the same park, activate the same park 20 times, you get a Repeat Offender Award.
Yeah,
I've got that. I've got the Kilo at Proud Lake State Park. I did a radar, not even knowing it. I just did 3 parks in one day with a buddy of mine, with Mike W8MSC, who was my Elmer in Pota. So there's different radar awards, and I think you have to apply for some of the awards. I don't know.
All the radar awards you do.
Okay.
And Steve from the Ham Radio Clubhouse, he just got his cheetah. I think his five parks on the Support Your Parks weekend. I talked to him in 2 parks from where we were at when we were filming that at activation. But yeah, he got all 5 of them. I was like, so now of course I was like, all right. Steve got it. Now I've got to do it.
Cheetah's 5 and ostrich is 7. I've got those 2. I need the 9 and 11.
Wow.
There's not, Texas is too big a state to get to all those parks within 24 hours. This is not happening. In Michigan, I could do it.
All right, yeah. I'll give you the cheat, Mike. It's Zulu Day.
I understand that.
You can do 3 parks on a late shift, and then the next day do.
Oh, I know. You still got to drive to them, though.
Yeah.
So technically, I think
70, 80 miles.
I think Huntsville is actually a twofer because it's inside Sam Houston.
It won't count because you won't get the transition.
Oh.
I made that mistake once.
I think that
I wouldn't be able to do it.
In Huntsville,
not 11
at Huntsville State Park or the Hamfest that's going to be the most activated park ever. by the time we get done with the Huntsville Ham Fest.
There's only, I think there's 4 parks within an hour drive from me. That's about it.
So I've got the one that I have mapped out. I have to leave at 3 a.m. to get to the park as soon as it opens. And then I've got a route coming back. It's 8 hours worth of driving. And I'm not going to set the end fed up at both of those. I've got a 20-meter ham stick that I'm just going to throw up on the roof of the car. But I have 5 of them picked out, and it's going to be a long day. But I'll be able to knock those 5 out. And they're all there on Interstate 20. You just got to shoot up off of 20, activate one, come down, go up and get another one. And then the others, they're pretty close to each other. Well, pretty close for Texas. They're 20, 30 miles apart. But
that's still not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all.
But that one, the one farthest out where I'm starting, I think that's a 3-hour drive, something like that.
Is that all out by you?
No, it's west of me. It's towards Abilene, that direction.
All right. So, favorite activation and why?
Ooh.
3051 last weekend. I got to meet all my friends, met a lot of new friends, and I got to help new hams enjoy Pota and new hams get on the radio.
Yeah.
That
was pretty good. Gosh. I mean, I would probably have to say just off the top of my head, probably the one, it's actually the video that I shot for the Pactena NFED half wave. I think that was the first time that I got an Alaskan contact as an activator. And I was pretty giddy, to say the least. That video, if you go to pactena.com, that video's on their front page.
Nice.
It's pretty easy to get the continental United States and Canada doing a Pota, but Alaska, that was, it's like 5,000 or 7,000 miles. It's ridiculous how far away that is.
Oh yeah.
Even to Michigan. Here to Texas, I got Alaska again when I first moved to Texas with my G90 on 20 watts. I got Alaska.
Yeah.
I've got Alaska with a G90 before.
Yeah. It's crazy. I don't get too many DX. I'll get some islands every now and again. Some European contacts, but not many. It's mostly the continental. Today I was out. I got 33 contacts in 20 some odd minutes. And when you look on the map on the Hammers app, it's all East Coast, West Coast, up into Canada. A few. I got some guy in. I got a couple Texas stations. Just all over the place. I was running 100 watts with a Chameleon NFED as a sloper and just banging them out in the 891. So
my favorite would definitely be Jekyll Island. I was on the way back from Florida and I stopped in Georgia, and I was going to do my first late shift. I said, I'm ready for this late shift. I'm ready for it. Woo! I called CQ, and for the next hour and 43 minutes, I never stopped talking. 159 contacts in an hour and 43 minutes.
Wow.
It was crazy.
That's knocking them out.
Yeah, I still got like a big 20-minute long pile-up video of that. I took a few out of it and edited it, but most of it I was just like stumbling through.
Yeah, those are awesome. Those are very awesome.
All right, so what antenna are you guys using for the competition, or is it secret?
Mike, we should both use the Pactena Mini. I haven't tried mine yet.
Then which one?
NFED half wave.
That one I have. I don't know where my 9-to-1 or my link dipole is. I have them in a bag. I'm praying they're in Jason's trailer at his hunting lease, and I'm hoping I forgot them there at field day, because I have this bag, it's made for like military medical kits or something. I don't know, but that's where I have all kinds of connectors and stuff in there, and I keep my my Pac 10 is in there. I still have my NFET half wave. I have that in my 705 Go box. Thank God. I would freak out if I lost that antenna. But yeah, we could do that. I don't care.
I can go up there. I've got to go see my mom who lives not far from there, so I can swing up there and take a look if Jason's got it. If he wants to throw me a key before I go up there. And check,
yeah, I think Noel said it might be like in one of the front cabins somewhere, so I don't know. But yeah.
That's quite a drive for you.
Yeah.
I don't think you
it's not a big deal. I'm driving to Huntsville with Jason, so I'm going to be driving up there.
Oh, there you go.
In a few weeks anyway, so it's, I can live without him, but it's like I was freaking out a couple weeks ago. I think it was like the day after I lost my job. I'm like, where is my antenna back? So, yeah.
All right, so I've talked to a few people about this, and Shane, several people say you're the underdog. What do you want to tell these people?
Bring it. I won't back down from nothing. You know what they say? The underdog is usually the most favored. So
is that what they say?
That's what I keep telling myself. That makes me sleep better at night.
I mean, it'll honestly be if we're using the same antenna,
same radio.
Well, I'll be using my 891.
No, I'll be on the 7300.
I don't take the 7300 portable too often. It's not really made for that. It's too nice a radio.
Oh yeah,
and I'm not gentle on things.
So I have a nice hickey on the backside of it.
Oh,
luckily,
wow.
nothing broke.
I've got those portable zero rails that I can put on mine. In fact, they're actually still on from when the heck did I have from Field Day? I never took them off. But so yeah, I mean it's protected. Yeah, but these are the actual portable zero ones for my 7300. I don't have them for my 891.
Yeah.
My 891 I throw around, and I mean it's a pretty tough radio. So I'll be taking that. But I mean they're both very comparable and capable radios, the 7300 or the 891. Yeah. But the 891 it's my go-to Pota radio. So
James says Bermuda got its first Olympic gold medal, so Shane has a chance. James, I appreciate your optimism, sir. Thank you so much.
One in the chat for me and two for you. I'll throw a 2 your way.
So
we don't skew the numbers at all.
Just so you know, they're just warming up for the competition with me.
Exactly.
Is that right? Okay.
Now, this actually is a question for Shane, see, because I actually called Mike out once before, and he responded to you, not me. So
I think it's because there were so many cameras pointed at him when I told him I had 60-something contacts and that he needed to ham harder. So I think since so many people heard that, he couldn't not respond, because that's the K murder right there. You can't call out the K murder without being said, "Hey, son."
When did you call me out?
On my video. Did you not see it?
It was either on Shane's or Dick's.
It was on my video.
I must have missed that. No, I watched the video.
We were sitting at the table, and you were said you had like 3 contacts, and I told you, "Well, Mike, you need to ham harder because I got 63 already." Then that's when you came back and said, "You know what?" And you wouldn't stop until you got 70-something contacts.
Yeah, I think it was. I wanted to stop at 73, but they kept coming. Yeah. So I think I ended up getting like 78 or something. I actually just uploaded that log today. As I was watching the video, one of the contacts from California, I deleted it because I couldn't get his call sign. It turns out I actually did have it, so I emailed him, or he was watching the live stream or something. I was like, dude, text me the info, because I totally, like, he was in the video, but I deleted the contact, and I deleted everything else where I was saying I deleted the contact in the video. But so I uploaded all the contacts I had on my phone. I had to upload that to my computer and then add him. So that added like 12 more contacts. Then I just sent off like 5 Pota logs just today. or yesterday rather.
Yeah, Phoenix Thunderheart, my Yaesu is still in California with Yaesu. It's still not back. I am still using the G90. I'm actually using Ben, the moderator in the chat's G90. So shout out to him for sending that to me.
What's wrong with your Yaesu?
I went on a radar rove and I was using campground power, and they had some sort of power surge.
Ooh.
And the finals went out on the 991A, and my antenna tuner fried.
Holy
Ouch.
crap. That sucks.
Yes, sucks bad, but
Fuses didn't do anything, huh?
I would try to put out after that, and at 100 watts, it was putting out 2.5.
Oh, wow.
God, that sucks. Yeah, you hammed too hard.
I am too hard. I was actually going for my 11 parks that weekend.
Yeah.
I got 7.
Oh,
that's when I got my ostrich. So
well, so the takeaway from this is to just always run battery power.
Always
run battery power.
Yep.
I was trying to save, a little bit about battery, making sure I had enough.
Yeah.
And
that's where a solar panel comes in handy. Keep those things charged up. That's the first time I'd actually set one of the solar panels up with Jason, and then seeing how much power those things actually put out, I was surprised. Like 4 or 5 amps coming out of that thing.
I'm thinking for the Plaque weekend next year, I need a 40 amp hour battery.
I'm going to be running a Mercury 3 with the for the Plaque weekend next time around, in a beam on a big trailer.
Nice. I'll be coming to hang out with you.
Right. I told Don. I said, "Hey, we're not going to get beat next year. I don't care what we got to do. I'm going to find a trailer. I'll build a tower on it. I'll get an amp.
Yeah.
We got to run it off of.
We'll get Don to come down to Huntsville for in October and bring that sweet amp. Bring his. He's going to want to tout his flex. He's got to flex his flex. Right. So if we're rocking that.
I got a 240 volt generator too, so it's got plenty of power to run as much juice as you want to run.
The DX Commander will handle the power no problem. So I think that's a plan. You've just been called out, Don.
Where's he at? It's probably past his bedtime.
He was in here earlier.
Oh, was he in here earlier?
Yeah, I think I saw him somewhere. Yeah.
But I'm hoping the Yaesu will be back. It's about time for him to send it back.
How long ago did that happen?
I'm thinking the 1st of July. So.
Okay, that's not that long then.
Yeah, it's not too terrible.
It should be about time for him to be sending it back.
Yeah. I'm horrible at stuff like that. I'm the one that calls them every week and a half going, "Hey, is it ready yet? Hey, is it ready yet? I know you said you're going to email me, but is it ready yet?"
That is a long, I mean, just from being an impatient person, that is a long time, but
well,
I'll
tell you what, if it wasn't for Ben, W6EBD, for sending me that G90, I went 2 weeks in a day without activating, and I activated and I felt like a junkie. Like,
yeah. That's what it feels like after winter in Michigan. Once the snow melts, because I can sit in my car in Pota when it's 40 below zero in Michigan, but it's just not fun. So yeah, it's like once spring comes and it's finally, bearable outside. It's like, oh my God, I can finally Pota.
I'm the same way. Like I went on a radar before. It was for the cheetah. Matter of fact, I got a video of it. And the first 4 of 5, I ended up staying in the car because there was like no shade anywhere, nothing. Mm-hmm. And finally, the 5th one, I found a little picnic table right by the lake, and I set my canopy over there, and I sat at that one forever. I mean, I was just like, this is how I'm going to end the day right here.
That's not a bad way to end the day. It's tough when that sun is beating down on you all day, though. It is.
Mike, I'm going to order one of the Freedom tents.
Nice.
That's
Is that the Dawn gazebo?
no,
That thing's sweet.
That is sweet. It's a portable tent that's got come and take it on the side of it with a big cannon.
Yep.
Oh, okay, nice.
That's a really nice pop-up tent, though.
Yeah,
I got
it
it at Academy Sports for like $100, and it's really solid. It's very rigid. I mean, I'm only comparing this to one other that I own from Harbor Freight. So, but it's got this little center thing. So, like, I mean, one person can set it up and take it down easily, but it's this center thing. Like, there's a little button that it pushes everything out and pops it up, and it's a really nice design. And then it's got like the vent on the top to let all the heat out from all the hot air that I blow.
Yeah, Don's that screened in thing that he had at the for his Support Your Parks deal. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it would be nice, especially like, I mean, the bugs aren't out in the middle of the day here, but I can imagine once it starts cooling down here.
Yep.
It's like all of the giant Texas bugs are going to be swarming me.
The beautiful thing about Texas is you can POTA almost 12 months out of the year.
Well, I was doing it in January in a T-shirt, so yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
So what is
winter?
Go ahead.
No. So winter only lasts 2 or 3 weeks here.
Yeah.
The rest of the time it's just annoyingly cold.
So what is the weirdest thing you've ever seen while POTA or on the way to POTA?
I don't want to. Let's see. Weirdest thing I've seen.
I don't think
I saw Frank's liquor store.
Yeah.
I say this because I'm going to start a segment on one of my shows. Things you see when you go to POTA, and I already got one picture. It's a sign that says "Firewood for Sale." SELL.
Yeah, I have to think about that.
Yeah, I don't really have anything other than just terrible drivers.
Yeah,
but
a lot of those.
No, nothing. I mean, like weird things while you're there, just as far as like people coming up to you, yes. But not so much on the way there.
I've
never been disturbed or anything like that. I've had somebody come up and ask a question, but for the most part, I haven't had any weird interactions or weird. Where I thought I was gonna have to do something Texas style, but
well, I was tearing everything down one day, and this old woman pulls up, and I'm running a Eagle One antenna off the back of my SUV, so it's 33 feet in the air, and she pulls up and she says, "Honey, ain't you worried about hitting power lines when you go down the road?"
Well, as a matter of fact, no, I'm not. Because that will produce 1.21 gigawatts, and I can go back in time.
Hey, that might be a good idea. We might have to try that.
Going back in time? Absolutely. I'm all about it. Keith, there is supposed to be a personnel that is there with each of us for drinks and filming purposes. But we haven't quite decided who that's going to be. I think Jason signed up and Frank has signed up, so we shall see.
So whoever gets Frank is going to be at a disadvantage because he'll cook and you'll have to eat food, probably.
I mean, he's got more experience as the cameraman, though.
That's true.
So are you both putting a video out for it?
Oh, yeah.
We'll have to. Yeah, we thought about live streaming it, but the logistics of and that might not actually be that hard.
If there's
just if there's cell signal, because we could actually just both stream into it. We'll make Jason carry the weight on that, but just stream into his, whatever, just a Zoom call. Yeah, that actually should be pretty easy now. So that would be neat to live stream it, but
that would be an interesting live stream for sure. But
I did find another park that's not too far from you that's got a covered pavilion. I know we were looking for that. It's a Foggy Bottom, Foggy Forge, something like that. It's in Centerville. That down by you? I think it's Centerville.
Ish. I think that's probably.
I think it's halfway between you and I.
Yeah.
I think that's we were. Jason and I were looking at that, trying to find another place. It was kind of like the park we were at this last time that had a covered pavilion for everybody to come hang out under.
That would probably be better than Huntsville, unless we rent. I mean, Huntsville's got these nice enclosed cabins, though. I mean, they're like screened in kind of thing. So
with air conditioning?
No, they're not air conditioned, but it's just it's like a really big Don tent. Is basically what it is. So, but they would hold quite a few people for sure. I mean, they would definitely hold probably the capacity of people we had at Big Bob's, wherever the heck we were. I'll never remember the name of that park we were at.
Ray Roberts State Park.
That one, yeah.
So after watching Don's video, I now want to power pole me a fan.
He said that fan's battery powered.
It has its own power, yeah.
Well, but yeah, that would be a 12-volt fan. Would be a nice thing to have.
Fort Boggy State Park, K3009 in Centerville. That's where that's at.
Yeah. So Joseph wants to know how many activations have we done QRP?
Every one that I've done since July, Joseph.
Well, if you're running 20 watts, though, technically, that's not QRP.
I went ahead and knocked it down to 10 because I want to do it QRP. Matter of fact, I did the 13 colonies on QRP.
Really? You got all 13?
All 13, and Philadelphia. But I didn't get the overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
that's awesome. That's impressive. How many you done, Shane?
0.
Nice.
Yeah,
I've done
50 watts or bust.
Yeah, 50. Let's go to 100. Yeah. I usually run 90. I've done a few. I tried one yesterday. I was out with the 705 and that new 1010's NFED half wave that I have, and it was just not happening. There was no one. I couldn't even hear people on the bands. It was quiet. I don't want to go so far as to say the bands are dead, but the bands were sleeping,
struggling.
I mean, I'm spotting myself. I'm doing everything I can, and it's like every time I found a clear frequency, because I'll sit there and listen for a little bit, and then I'll hear someone just way down there because there's an S0 noise floor on 20 meters at this park, right? So you find a clear frequency, and then someone was QRMing me. I was on 14.337, and they were on 14.332. This guy was overmodulating so much, he was QRMing me 5 or 6 kilohertz away from where. Yeah, I mean, just crazy. Then I went all the way down to 14.227. There's the frequency in use. Nothing. Started calling CQ, and then I heard some other guys start calling CQDX. But I heard him ask, "Is the frequency in use?" So he just couldn't hear me, I'm sure, because I was running 10 watts. But yeah, I've done a handful. They're fun. I've usually not had problems, but I think that Huntsville State Park and QRP is a curse. I have not been able to do. I've gone out there several times. I've wanted to do a video with the 705 QRP. I've probably got at least 5 failed attempts with it.
I wonder if there's something around there.
It's like an RF dead zone. If I'm 100 watts, I mean, I got 33 contacts just like that today running 100 watts.
Wow.
No problem.
I'm just tickled because when I go down to the Hamfest, I'm just going to activate that park on 2 meter.
Yeah. It's not a bad
idea. That's another reason why I got this. I'm gonna try to activate that park on 2 meters and 70 centimeters.
That will not be hard. I mean, we can activate it with all of us.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't even have to work anyone outside the park. Just all inside the park to park contacts.
Piece of cake.
Oh yeah, there's definitely gonna. I mean, I think there's gonna be 40 people there or something that are camping there. Something ridiculous like that. We we have the whole park.
Pretty much, yeah.
So,
I think all the cabins are us.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm down by T.O., and then I've got Steve and Beer Snack on the other side.
Nice.
I think Joe Brett is on the northern side of the cabins. He's got the one up there.
I haven't even looked at the layout, so I don't even know.
Is Meg coming?
You have to ask Ham Radio Dude. Maybe.
That sucks. Jason KM4ACK is going to be there, but he couldn't get a spot at the campground, so he's got to go to another park like a half an hour away.
Even with I thought he was going to get a camper spot there. I guess the camper spots are sold out too.
Yeah, they're gone. So
wow.
I was just talking to him the other day. He's like, "Yeah, I can't. They're gone." So not a big deal, but it would be cool to just have him there. I mean, he'll still be there, but
yeah,
he's got to drive away, where we will stumble to our quarters.
I do not want to go to Mexico, so I'm going to be a good boy.
I don't even want to know how much alcohol is going to be.
Too many cameras.
Just the right amount.
Nah, exactly.
I don't care.
Nobody go pee in the woods.
Shane is going to run around and get revenge for the shirtless video. He's going to get everybody.
I'm going to catch all of you folks doing shenanigans, and I'm going to make a real video of here. Look, check this out. This is what really went on.
That's a good idea. I might just do that and be like, this week I start my Patreon. You really want to join?
I mean, we kind of do that on some of the live streams anyway. There's some beverage partaking. So
what was it a month ago or 2 months ago? The 4-hour happy hour on Jason's stream.
Yeah,
or 4.5 hours, something like that.
Definitely tanked. That was funny when he like lost the stream and he's trying to figure it out. He's all slurring his speech.
And then they're like, everybody tune in to at 5 a.m. to watch the DX Commander tomorrow. I'm like,
yeah.
That ain't happening.
I ain't getting up that early.
Team replay on that one.
I will for a Pota,
on that one.
I'm not waking up that early to watch YouTube. I'll get up that early to go play radio, but
exactly.
What is a military grade Class A beverage?
I'm lost on that one.
That's gross. I don't know. I mean, I would guess some good beer or some whiskey or something. But you bring it, I'll drink it.
Well, I'll try anything once.
Unless it's a pickle beer. I ain't having that. No pickle beers.
Who was it that was drinking one of them the other night on the stream?
Jason.
Yeah,
every time we got a
super chat.
I'm not monetized, so if I go live or if the clubhouse goes live, we don't have to worry about dancing. We don't have to drink crappy beer. We just have to sit around and hang out.
Well, it's not that you have to; it's you get to.
I don't want to.
Ben is asking. Ben's asking when is the shootout, and we're thinking. Well, we don't know for sure, but we're thinking. I think this is a terrible idea because it's too long a day, but. If we must, we must. But it would be on the same day that we do our the October Support Your Parks weekend get together. Well, that's
That'd
what you were thinking.
Day,
that was your idea.
Yeah. Yep. I think do that because we got. Well, you got there 9:00 last time.
Where up there?
Yeah, up here.
Yeah, like 9:20 or something.
So we could probably be done before noon. And then go over to where everyone else is coming and hanging out, and then play radio for the rest of the day.
Yeah, but Lake, what's it called? Is
no. I was scratch that idea. Yeah, that's too far of a drive.
Way too far. Way too far.
I'd like to find a park close to that Fort Boggy.
Yeah, well, we still got to figure out the logistics of it, and it might not be on that day either. I think that would make it too long of a day.
If you're doing the 10 contact style, that's going to be quick anyway.
Yeah, but it's a matter of getting there that early. I mean, the park's open at like 6, so we'd want to get there right about when they open, and then set up time, get the 10 contacts, and then tear down, and then drive back to Huntsville State Park, where we're tentatively planning on having the next Support Your Parks weekend. Like if you're at Lake Livingston, that's a solid hour. That's over an hour. It's about an hour and 15-minute drive to get to Huntsville State Park. So it's doable, but
yeah, there's a wildlife management area that's just north of that Fort Boggy too. And then if I'm going to do that, because there's 5 parks just north of that, so I might as well just do a radar while I'm there.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, I mean, if there's 2 parks that are closer, but I don't think there are.
What about on your way to Huntsville? What about on your way to Huntsville? I mean, for Mike, or radar.
Say that again.
What about on your way to Huntsville? Do you pass a decent amount close together?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I live in Huntsville.
Huntsville, Alabama.
Alabama.
Oh.
For the Hamfest.
Oh gosh, I have no idea. I'm sure there's plenty. So Jason and I are probably going to hit some parks on the way back from Huntsville, but on our way to, we're leaving Wednesday, so we'll get there Wednesday night. So we'll be at the park Wednesday, so we'll just activate there.
I fly in Friday.
Nice. We'll have it activated for you when you get there.
Probably several times. And some late shifts.
Yep.
I don't think I have any late shifts. I'm gonna have to make sure I get a late shift while I'm there.
I've got a couple, not intentionally. It just happened that way. It was just there.
late shift is the most fun. I mean, they're on you. You're getting a pile up quick.
Well, it's a better time of day just because everyone's home. Like I would guess probably half of my problem yesterday, other than running QRP, was that I was out at 2:00 in the afternoon on a Tuesday. So, there's not nearly as many people on the air. But then I was out at 4:00 maybe. I was on the air today, and they were all there. So who knows? But yeah, the later shifts I would suspect are going to do better just because there's more people there. Just like the weekends, people are home, so they're on the radio.
Yeah, normally if I go over 100 contacts, it's on a late shift.
Yeah.
I don't have any activations over 100. I think the most.
Really?
I think the most I've gotten.
He's
Probably 80. I have to look in my logbooks. Like 80 something, I think.
He's smelling blood, Shane. He's smelling blood.
I know, right?
I mean, my record, if we count the dupes, was about 300.
Wow.
I think I was like 291 or 292 getting rid of the dupes. And I went out to the park. I had a little less than 300 contacts to get my kilo at Proud Lake, and I was like, let me go see how much of that I can whittle away today. So I was like, I'll get out there for, a couple hours, maybe get 100 contacts or so, and get closer to that. The contacts never stopped, so I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm staying, and I was on the air for about 3 hours, 3.5 hours, something like that, and didn't film it. I just went out. I just wanted to do an activation. It's almost every single activation I've done, I've filmed, and it is really nice to just go out and not have to worry about the camera and all the extra gear that you got to take with it. Even though I'm bringing my iPhone, I still got to bring batteries and cords and all, microphones and crap. It's just more stuff. So it is nice to just be one with the radio. So I ended up getting it.
I took my brother on his first Pota. And I was gonna film that at first, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave everything in the car, and just play radio, answer questions, And we had a blast. The band sucked. I think we only made like 30 or 40 contacts, but to me that sucked. Or I think it was 30 contacts. To me it sucked. For him it was a blast. He's like, that's insane. And I looked at my Pota app, and the most contacts I've gotten at one park is 75. So I got to work on that.
Still not bad.
All right.
All right, guys, I promised Shane that I'd get him out of here within an hour. So
I got to go to work in the morning.
I'm going to give you guys a chance to tell everybody what's coming up on your channel, starting with Mike.
All kinds of stuff. Well, so Jason and I are doing from Ham Radio 2.0. We're going to be doing a live stream. We're doing what are we calling it? A late shift happy hour or something like that. On my channel this Friday at 10 p.m. Central Time. We had a really great turnout last week on Jason's channels. We're trying this out. We're gonna alternate between each of our channels every Friday night. It was a really good time the last time, so we'll see what happens this time. And I got all kinds of product reviews and stuff coming. I got Pota videos to edit. I'm doing a Parks on the Air learning series for the ARRL that I just finished filming today. I just finished the fourth video on it. So that's really exciting to be asked by the ARRL to
how cool is that?
to make a how-to series, not just one vid. I made 4 videos. So that's just very humbling. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, I lost my job, so I'm doing YouTube full time. So I got to crank out videos and see if I can pay the bills watching the videos. So
now you gotta work.
Patreon.com/K8MRD Radio stuff if you want to support the channel. Yeah, Super chats are open.
So what are you going to start doing for your super chats, Mike? Now that you're going to start doing live streams,
what am I going to start doing for them? I find a thank you, just a good wholesome thank you, is pretty good. But no, I've already shown my dance skills, which Hayden has posted a few times now.
Yeah, no kidding.
So
that was a great video.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't have super chats, but I do got a tip jar down in the description, guys. I'm just saying.
Go. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Shane, what's coming up for you, bud?
Well, for those that don't know, I've got a little channel called This Side of the Radio, and I'm almost at 800 subscribers. Almost at 800 subscribers. So check that out. I'm also, we live stream every Tuesday night on the Ham Radio Clubhouse. If you haven't seen that, you are missing out. We have a ball on the Ham Radio Clubhouse. If you can't stay up and watch it, we are doing that as a podcast now. So you can catch that on pretty much anywhere you're podcasting. Just throw in Ham Radio Clubhouse and you're there. I've got some more Pota videos. There's a couple parks that I want to go to that are kind of unique parks around here. I've got a Pac-10 Mini that finally got it trimmed. So I need to take that out and do some filming with that. Other than that, that's about it. The stream keeps me Tuesdays keep me pretty busy weekly doing that stuff and having a blast with the guys hanging out on Tuesday night and definitely I want to upload more. I can't YouTube as hard as Mike's doing right now, but I do want to start putting out at least a couple videos a month, maybe 3 videos a month, and get a little more traffic out there. But I just like working radio. Sometimes I even forget the camera's there when I go back to edit. I was like, you know what? You went like 30 minutes without saying a word to the camera, so maybe you should say something to the camera so that people aren't just sitting there looking at you going.
That's what editing is for.
Yeah, the magic of editing.
Yep.
But yeah, that's about it.
That's awesome, guys. And next week on this channel, we will have the Alaskan Pota expedition, guys.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
There's going to be definitely 2 of them. There may be 4. So we'll have them. It'll be a great stream. This weekend, I'll be filming a double award. I'm getting a kilo and a repeat offender award for Chief Logan State Park, and I'll be filming that.
That's awesome.
So, Shane and Mike's channels is in the description, as well as the tip jar. If you guys feel you learned something or you just had a good time and feel like you want to see more of it, I'd appreciate it. And make sure and support these guys as well. So 73, and until next time, thanks for sharing my adventure with me.
Absolutely.
Bye, everybody.